Are courage and fear, are they important in our lives? For me, they are very important. But they are two different words. It's courage and fear. What is courage, children? It is basically the ability to help us to face difficult times. It overcomes fear. Courage always overcomes fear. And what happens if we have courage? We will not be scared of anything. And talking about the school scenario, when children coming from different family backgrounds, is that important? Or is it important that we are working as one family? Is it important to differentiate between groups of people or friends on the basis of their financial background? There are so many questions related to it, children. And is it good that if we have a friend who comes from a poor family background, should be marginalized or should be sidelined? This is what we are talking today. I'm talking about the chapter, The 100 Dresses, Part 1, from our first flight book of class 10th English. The story is written by Bsor Ester. It is a true experience, children, of the author, which he is depicting in this story, projecting a poor girl who was marginalized, who was sidelined by her friends, and this girl is a Polish girl. When we go through the summary of the chapter, we will come to know that was it important for her friends to marginalize this little girl called Wanda Petrowski. There are 4 characters in this. First is Wanda Petrowski, the poor girl who lives at Bergen Heights. And Bergen Heights was not considered a good area, a posh area. She had migrated from Poland to America. And now she was staying in Bergen Heights, which was a very, very muddy area, dirty area. Her shoes were always caked with mud and dirt. There was another character, that's Peggy, who comes from an affluent class, a high class girl whose financial condition is very well off and is very popular in the school because of her background and as well as of her looks. Number 3rd is Maddie, who is also poor but has not disclosed, that has not boasted of, and is Peggy's friend. And the 4th character is Miss Mason, the teacher in the school. This story is in a school, children, when children generally make fun of each other, which we should not. Children generally think about other children as not doing well or laughing at them or making fun of them. And the author opens this story on Monday morning, which is considered to be the first working day of the week. And this girl, Wanda Petrowski, is only figured by her classmates when she's not there. Otherwise, when the school breaks off for the day, they keep on waiting for her outside to make fun of her dresses, to talk about her financial conditions. Because this girl, Wanda Petrowski, she got irritated and she was really troubled by them. And she told them once that I have 100 dresses at home and 60 pairs of shoes. But children are always children. They could not digest that because Wanda used to come to school only in one faded blue dress. So the others were wondering, if she has 100 dresses, why she's coming to school only in one dress? Wanda Petrowski, since she had developed this complex, she was feeling sad because she was getting humiliated every day, children. So whenever she would walk into classroom number 13, that was the class assigned to this group of children, she would go right at the back to sit in the corner. What was her motive? Motive was that she wanted nobody to register her. But that corner was captured in the class by the rough boys, by the naughty boys. And she would sit there with her muddy shoes, and these boys would make a big uproar in the class or make a big fun whenever there was something going on in the class. So this little girl was always teased by her friends. When she would leave from the school, they would wait for her. Monday afternoon, when the school broke up for the day, these girls did not find her there. For the whole day, they did not remember about Wanda. Then came Tuesday. Again Tuesday afternoon, they did not find her, that she was not there. See, children, they did not find her for the whole day when they were enjoying, marrying, moving around, having classes, having tiffin. They only wanted her at the end of the day to make a fun of her because of her attire, because of her financial conditions. But was that right? Is that the right attitude we should care? I don't think that's good. If you are batchmates, your friends, you're one in the class. Nobody is rich, nobody is poor. The teacher gives the lesson in the class, not seeing that you belong to an affluent class or you belong to a poor class. For her, a group of children are one. She does not bother, she does not know who is what, but she takes children in a group. But children generally don't do that. When these friends find her off from the school on Tuesday also, this Maddie, who is also from a poor family but does not boast of having 100 dresses, thinks of writing a letter to Wanda Petrosky telling her that I really apologize that I'm with Peggy. I really apologize and I feel bad that you're getting humiliated every day. See, there was a human factor somewhere in Maddie because she also belonged to the same class of people. But then she thought that if I will do this, Wanda Petrosky will show this letter to Maddie and they will be after my life. And if Wanda Petrosky leaves the school, the whole lot of children will make fun of me because then I'll be their next target. So she tears off the letter. Now when the third day comes, the teacher designs a drawing competition in the class, children. And boys have to make separate things, girls have to make separate things. Wanda Petrosky is also there, she's also drawing. But children have a fixed notion that only Peggy is going to win this competition because she was really good in drawing, children. But see, what God designs, you never know. She came from Vaughan Heights. Her feet were always caked with dirt and mud. She had one faded dress, but Almighty had bestowed her with something else, some gift in her mind, something that made her quite different than other people. She was not rich, as the story says, but there was something in her which made her different. And next day, when Miss Mason saw the results, she declared from the boys' group the topper and from the girls' group Wanda Petrosky as the topper, the child who had won that drawing competition. How? How did it happen? Everyone was thinking about Peggy getting first and Wanda Petrosky stood first. But when the teacher displayed the painting, it was the painting of 100 different dresses, colored dresses, what she was talking about. Everybody in the class applauded her, children. Everybody felt happy. Even Peggy and Maddie felt happy because she had definitely drawn something, and that something was connected to the title of the chapter, that's 100 Dresses. That's the end of the story, children. But what happened? Why did Wanda Petrosky talk about the 100 dresses? She was getting humiliated. She could not take that humiliation, that insult. If she had courage to face it, she would not have told lies that I have 100 dresses. If she had the courage to face the reality of life, children, she would not be sad. She would not sit in the corner of the room. She would sit right in front and she would show to what family do we belong. I mean, you don't have to develop a complex, children. We generally have that complex in life that I don't have a beautiful car, I don't have a beautiful bungalow, I don't have beautiful dresses, so I cannot talk to this person. Beauty is here. Beauty is thinking, children. Beauty are your skills. Wanda Petrovsky had the skill. Wanda Petrovsky had the thought. So that worked out. So what is the theme of the story? Theme is skills are more important than the behavior, the false attitude you carry. She had a beautiful skill of drawing and she put it on the canvas and won the first prize. What else can we draw from this? Please never try to show off. If you belong to an affluent class of society, that's your good luck. If you belong to the middle average group, that's fine. If you belong to a poor class of people, that's also fine because God has bestowed everybody with different things. I hope you like the story. It's a real story, children, as I told you. The author has given a real experience, and he also says in the story, whichever society or locality you live in, you should not think that area is posh or that area is not posh. You should think about your family. You should think about the values the parents have inculcated in you. You should think about the ambience, your family, your brothers and sisters, which is going to live long with you. And false prestige never lives long with us. Some of the questions, children, we're doing. The first is, describe the reaction of Anna to Peggy and Maddie. Her reaction to Peggy and Maddie, she never told them anything. She never even told them, I'm getting insulted. She never ever said anything to them except she boasted that I have 100 dresses. She felt sad, children, in the heart of her hearts. And when you get hurt and you don't express, that is the biggest injury. And that's why she wanted herself to get registered. And she got registered through the beautiful painting she drew. Number second, do we think that Peggy meant to bully Wanda? Really not. If we think, Peggy was also a student, a child. But she really did not want to bully her. But she was doing it because she had the behavior characteristics like that. When we bully somebody, children, when we insult somebody, we don't really think that this person gets insulted. We just speak at the spur of the moment and we derive that pleasure that I made fun of her. Same was with Peggy and Maddie. The third question, what does the lesson teach us? Very, very important. Lesson teaches us that skills and values never go in vain, never are wasted. They are very important tools of our life. And whatever strata, whatever society we belong to, that is important for us. What are we human beings for? We should be there for uplifting other people's image, not demoralizing them, not tarnishing their image. That should be our value system, children. And that is the end of the chapter. I will come to you in part second of 100 dresses because till here Miss Mason has declared the result. But as I told you, insult always hurts a person and there's a time when the water boils. I'll see you in the next video, 100 dresses part second. Bye bye, and this is Manju Ali wishing you all the best.